Rebecca, hello? I'm calling you. Where are you? Come on, you lousy bum. When I call you, I expect you to reply. What on earth are you up to today that has you so busy? I'm pretty sure it's not anything important. Hi there. Sorry, what can I do for you? I'm pretty busy right now. I thought I told you already I don't like to be contacted unless it's an absolute emergency. Oh, yes, that's right. By the way, you said you were going to the employment agency today? Is that what has kept you so busy? Is that why you weren't checking your messages or replying to me at all? Also, your mother wants me to contact you to make sure you're keeping out of trouble. She's worried that you're spending all your time at home and doing nothing. That's why I've been trying to get hold of you. No, I haven't been to the employment agency recently, and I'm not going today either. Are you serious? You said yourself that you were definitely going to go this week. You said you were going to look for a job. Do you have a problem understanding the English language? Yes, but as I've told you, I've already got a job and it keeps me very busy. So there really is no need for me to go to the employment agency, is there? Here we go again. The same excuses from you every day, bum. You already have a job, you say? All you do is stay at home. What's your job, protecting the house? You have to stop stuffing around like this. No one likes it when you act like this and tell such pitiful lies, you little wench. You seem to forget that we're both part of the same family now. Don't you think you're speaking a little bit too strongly to me? You expect me to speak to a lousy, freeloading bum like yourself with any type of respect? You must have a problem with your brain, too. When you start to act like a regular member of society and start living a normal life, then perhaps you'll get some respect from me. I go to my job every day from morning till night and work my butt off. You stay at home, sitting on your butt. There's no way I'm going to treat you as my equal. Perhaps I could treat my dependent mother well, but definitely not a child like you. Yes, but as I've told you many times before, I have a job. I work from home, I earn a wage, and I also give some of my income to the household funds. That is such a lie! If what you say is true, then give me some of your money. What? If you're working and earning so much money from the house, then there's no need for me to go to work, is there? That's a little bit unexpected and nonsensical. We all may live in the same house, but when we moved in together, you and your brother decided to keep all our personal finances separate. We may live under the same roof, but in the eyes of the law, we're treated as two separate families. That is why my money is my money, and I intend to keep it that way. I do more than enough of the household chores, so I do not see the need to finance your lifestyle as well. Here we go. You're so talkative today, aren't you? You're just leeching off of your mother still. That's so childlike. Even your father disapproves of your lifestyle. It's just that he keeps his mouth shut and doesn't tell you his feelings. If you insist on remaining a bum and not working or trying to get a job, the least you could do is help your mother and father around the house. If you can't help them, then you really need to pull your head out of your butt and get a real job. Isn't that your responsibility, big sister? What did you say? How dare you, you unemployed bum, speak to me in that way? Sorry, can I go now? I'm heading off on my trip pretty soon. I need to finish getting ready. What do you mean you're going away on a trip? Strange that an unemployed layabout can afford to go anywhere. Yes, surely I mentioned it to you before. It's a 3-day trip to New York City. It's a bit of a business trip. I have a few things I need to do in person there. This is definitely the first I've heard of it. Exactly what type of business will you be conducting there? It really pisses me off to hear unemployed bums talking of doing hard work. Sorry, I really have to finish now and get ready. If you would like to continue this talk, it'll have to wait until I get back. I'm sorry. How can you speak so impertinently to me? You're definitely going to regret that. Don't come crying to me when things don't work out on your business trip. Got it, thanks. Are you sure it's okay for me to go now? I really have very little time. Oh man, I can't believe you're still taking that tone. So busy, so busy. You'd better watch your step as you're going down to hell. Hey there! Today's the last day of your business trip, right? Kathy, is this important right now? I'm still very busy. Can it wait till I get back? I'll be home tomorrow.
Sorry, I'll keep it brief. There's just one thing I wanted to say. While you were away on your business trip, we all moved out. You're gonna have to live on your own and get by all by yourself from now on.
Really? Thank you.
Thank you? Sorry, did you hear what I just said? Everyone has moved out. Your brother and I, our children, your mom and dad too. Everyone has moved.
Yes, I heard what you said, and I thank you.
Finally, your brain has snapped. You realize the situation facing you. You don't know what to do. Welcome to hell. Man, I can't wait to see how you're going to get along as an unemployed bum living by yourself. It's not going to be easy looking after that house all by yourself.
All right. So tell me, where did you guys move to?
Sure, I'll tell you. I'll give you our address, and you can maybe just come over. Maybe you can set up in the spare room and continue like old times. No. We found a place to move to. It's this fantastic apartment. Rent is cheap. There is no bond. It's so much nicer than the old rundown place that we used to live in.
So you're serious when you say you've moved out and you're not coming back?
Of course! Why would I joke about that? The old place was so run down and hard to look after. Even if we wanted to tear the house down and rebuild, that'd cost way too much money. Even the land is worthless. We'd never be able to sell it. I spoke to your parents and we all decided to just give it to you. Enjoy.
Really? Is that so? Okay then, I will humbly accept your offer to take over the house.
If you decide to move out, it's going to cost you a lot of money. If that's the path you decide to take, don't come running to us and expect us to help you out with the financing. We have washed our hands of that place and want absolutely nothing to do with it ever again. That's part of the deal.
Yes, I understand your terms. By the way, why did you take my mother and father with you? Surely if you wanted to leave so badly, it should have been just you and my brother and your kids who moved out.
I was wondering how long it would take you to mention that. You were just after your parents' money. It's just as I suspected all along. You are so afraid of being left alone and having to look after yourself. You wanted your mom and dad around to keep looking after you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, you just want their old age pensions to keep providing for your no-good lazing around the house lifestyle. I knew that's what you were after, so that's why I convinced them to move out and come with us. Now, both of their pensions will become part of our household income. Perhaps with the leftover money that you're not using, I'll go and get some cosmetic surgery.
Is that so?
Then, when I become more beautiful, maybe I'll be able to meet a whole new world of exciting people. That's what happens when you're rich and beautiful. I'm so excited.
I'm sorry to rain on your parade, but I don't think you'll be able to go and get cosmetic surgery.
Come again?
I'm just saying, without me in the house, I don't think you'll be able to afford the lavish lifestyle you're imagining.
Hang on, lazy bum. What on earth are you talking about? The one who's going to have trouble getting by is you. No matter how much trouble you get into, we're not going to be there to help you out.
Yes, I got that. So just to confirm, we're done. No more communication, no more to do with each other ever again.
That's what I said. And don't you ever forget it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your pitiful, no-good life. Rebecca, how have you been? It's been a while. Just letting you know we'll be coming home tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, no big thing, just that we're coming home tomorrow. I assume our rooms are as we left them, right? See you soon.
What on earth are you talking about? Have you forgotten the conversation that we had just 1 month ago?
Oh, that little thing. That was a month ago. We were both so young back then. So young and silly, full of crazy ideas. I can't believe you're making such a big thing over such a childish conversation that we had.
What the hell? You're making me want to puke. We cut our ties, if you remember. You have nothing to do with me, and I have nothing to do with you. Goodbye.
Hang on! That house is our home, too. We have just as much right to live there as you.
What a mess your brain must be in. You gave up your rights to the house when you cut your ties and gave me full ownership of it. All of the costs of running it and general day-to-day upkeep, you offloaded all of that onto me when you moved out.
I know, but that was then, this is now. Things have changed a little bit. There was a little bit of confusion, and for reasons that I won't go into now, we have to move out of our new apartment.
You mean to say you can't afford to live in that apartment anymore?
Well, when we moved out of the house, I grabbed some things from your room, like bags and stuff. I was able to sell them for a bit of cash, but that cash is all long gone.
Aha, so it was you who took the stuff out of my room. I seem to recall you saying don't come crying to me when things don't work out. It seems that the shoe is on the other foot now.
Yes, that was probably my mistake. I thought you said I could take them and do what I like. Anyway, they've been sold, so they're gone. I'm terribly sorry.
Unbelievable. How do you have the nerve to steal someone's property and then sell it? And then lie so brazenly about why you took them?
Yeah, but to be fair, unemployed people don't need high-brand bags like that, do they? It was a waste for them to be sitting there like that. They looked so sad and neglected. I just borrowed them so they could be put to good use. Then when things got a little tight, I had no choice but to sell them.
You can stop making those pitiful excuses. We both know you stole them with the intention of selling them. Stop trying to sound like you had no choice.
Wait a minute, though. You know I only sold them to make a little bit of money when your parents' pensions didn't cover the living expenses. But now that money's also gone. Now we're in a state of emergency.
So after living without me for a month, you now finally understand how bad my brother and parents are with handling their own finances.
That's right. It's like they're not even thinking when they go shopping. They buy things and they buy more things. They always put it on credit. And then the invoices come later. And then they start to complain that they don't have enough money to pay for it all. What am I going to do?
Yes, well, my brother is a bit of an idiot, but you can't really blame my parents for their habits. After all, they've both been diagnosed with the onset of early-stage dementia.
What? Dementia?
Yes, don't tell me you didn't notice it until now.
Well, now that you mention it, there were a few times when their behavior was a little bit odd. Do you mean to say that even in that condition, they were in full control of all their finances?
How do you think the finances were being handled all that time? That whole time, I was the one who was handling all the finances, not them. I was working remotely, so I was at home a lot of the time. I wasn't an unemployed bum, as you always said. I had enough of an income to allow me to stay home and continue working. I was able to put $2,000 into the house funds every month to make sure everything was paid for.
So, you've been paying all of the living expenses from your salary.
It's like I said many times, I was earning money and helping out with the finances too. On many occasions, I had told my parents and my brother not to be so wild with their spending.
So you're telling me that you were in charge of the finances all along? Then that's why we're in such a bad position right now. Why didn't you tell me earlier? If I knew that, then we would never have agreed to leave in the first place.
I don't know why I didn't tell you, but I'll tell you now. I'm enjoying this new arrangement. I'm glad I didn't try to stop you.
Recently, we haven't been able to pay our rent, electricity bills, credit card bills. We've got statements coming left and right and center, and I really don't know what to do.
You never had enough income to support your lavish lifestyle. How do you not see that? Your bank accounts are always overdrawn. Your credit card has no funds in it. At first, I thought you'd last maybe 6 months tops.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I never realized the dire situation our finances were in. But it's gonna be okay now. I'm happy to start over. Let's reset.
Say what?
You know, we've got our past, we got along well. I'll be back there pretty soon and we can get back to our fun old ways. We don't need to pay rent there, and you earn enough money so we can pay off all our debts too. I'm happy for you to keep financing the household the way you used to.
No way, sis. That's not going to happen.
What? Why not?
I told you I'm not going to support you guys anymore.
Really? Are you saying you're going to throw your own brother and parents out on the street?
I have absolutely no problem with that at all. It's very similar to the way you guys treated me.
I can't believe you can be so cold. What's wrong with you?
Say what you like, I don't care. Just to clarify though, it's not that I won't support you, it's that I can't support you back at that house.
What do you mean?
Do you recall that old rundown place? The one where we all used to live in? The one that would cost too much to tear down and no one would want to buy? Well, last month I sold it. It's no longer mine.
You sold it? That old shack?
Yep, I put it on the market and it went for $1 million. Take out the taxes and agents' fees, there's still a tidy sum left over. Maybe you didn't know this, but this whole area is marked for redevelopment. Prices have been rising like crazy recently. Everyone is selling up and winning big.
No way! That's fantastic! We as family, we're all eligible to get a little bit, aren't we? How much? How much can we get?
How much? Well, seeing how it was my house and now it's my money, you'll get absolutely nothing.
Come on! We're family, right? Families are supposed to look after each other. It's not fair if you go and take all the money. I'm gonna go around now and collect what's coming to me. What's your address?
I see you have a lot of time on your hands to do things like this now. Actually, you might be wise to get out of that place quickly. Although I don't think running will do you any good.
What does that mean?
Well, I've just contacted the police, and they're probably on their way to your place right now to arrest you.
Police? Arrest me? On what grounds would they be coming to arrest me? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, you dum-dum.
I contacted them about the theft of the handbags in my room. Thank you for admitting that you stole them. I always knew it was you who stole them, but until now I never had the proof. Thank you for giving me all the evidence I need.
Hang on, you're joking, right? It can't be theft between people who live together. There's absolutely no need to call the police over that. And you're gonna look so stupid when I tell them what happened and how you wasted their time. How embarrassing for you!
Now you're the one who's joking. It's straight up theft. When are you gonna see that?
Like I said, it can't be theft if it's between people who live together.
Yes, but the problem is, the items you stole were not my possessions.
What?
My job is an evaluator for high-quality brand goods. The items that you took from my room and sold were all items that I had brought home from my place of business.
You mean to say...
That's right. All of the items that were in my room were items that had been entrusted to us from prospective clients. I had them at home so that I could evaluate them. Surely you'd agree that counts as theft.
So they weren't your bags at all? None of them were?
No, none of them were mine. That's what I was talking about. Oh man, it feels so good to have finally caught the real thief.
Hang on just a moment. I can't get arrested. What's gonna happen to me? You have to call the police right now and tell them it was nothing but a misunderstanding. Seriously! What's gonna happen to me? To us! To all of your family!
Oh yes, it absolutely breaks my heart to have to be the one to break this horrible news to you. But it's just like some advice that a wise person once gave to me. Watch your step as you're going down to hell. Shortly after that, my sister-in-law was arrested for robbery. After her short imprisonment, she had to repay all of her debts and unpaid credit card bills. On top of that, there were my aging parents who needed to be looked after. I truly believe my sister-in-law was leading a life as she truly deserved, in a hell of her own making. My parents' dementia continued to get worse, but fortunately we were able to find them a nursing home that specialized in patients with dementia. Naturally, the nursing home isn't cheap, and my nasty sister-in-law has had to take up 2 extra part-time jobs to try and cover the expenses. As for me, I no longer have to worry about my greedy, selfish family, and I also have no problem with money. With the money from the sale of the house, I was able to find an apartment building that was newly built and featured a whole range of modern furnishings. I love my work, and it's fantastic that I can continue to work from home in my luxurious new place. Now that I have my work and my new house, perhaps next I'll be able to find the perfect person to enjoy it with. It might be just a dream at the moment, but I truly believe I'll be able to settle down and have a wonderful family of my own one day.
I finally found the apartment where you live. Mary? What are you doing calling me out of the blue? You found my apartment? Yep. You live in a pretty nice apartment. I thought you lived in a smaller, old, shabby apartment. You know, will you stop following me around? Do you know how much trouble you've caused me? Because it's your fault. Huh? You stole someone I like. You're talking about that again? I think I've explained it to you many times already. That was one-sided on his part. You want to say that he one-sidedly fell for you, don't you? It really pisses me off. You're bragging about being popular. I'm not bragging. But it doesn't change the fact that you took the guy I had a crush on. I'll never forgive you. I didn't take him away from you. That was 5 years ago, right? You got a new boyfriend after that, didn't you? Why are you rehashing it now? My pride won't allow it. What? I'm tens of thousands of times more beautiful and having more amazing body than you. There's absolutely no way you beat me. All right. So what did you want today? You said you tracked me down. Yeah. I got your boyfriend. Excuse me? What boyfriend? Don't play dumb with me. I mean your current boyfriend. You live with your boyfriend, don't you? No, I live alone. Yes, that's a lie. I've already stepped in your room. What? Your boyfriend is the best. While you were at work, I got into a good mood with him. Work? Actually, I had a personal change at work. I was assigned to a branch office here, so I moved here. And on my first day off, I happened to see you. I followed you and found your current address. What's that? You're stalking me? That's rude. We're sisters. Well, I had to run an errand that day, so I just followed you to your current apartment. But when I went back later, I found out my sister was living with a handsome guy. I don't know about a boyfriend or a live-in boyfriend. If you've identified the address, I'll just move out as soon as possible. Huh? Why? I don't want anything to do with you. Oh no, I just found you. I'm not kidding. Ever since we were kids, you've always seen me as your rival. Whenever you got lower scores on a test, you'd tell me that I cheated. You'd tell a lie to the teachers at school. Even at home, you would try to blame me and make your pranks into something I did. How can you remember such nonsense? And that happened in elementary school. You haven't changed much as an adult, have you? You followed me around all the time and talked shit about me to everyone around you. You harassed my boyfriend. I think it's time for you to stop harassing me. You don't have to say that. Let's share a good-looking boyfriend. Well, you might get kicked out soon. Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. If you'll excuse me, I have to get going. What? Wait a minute. Hey, sis. Hey, why are you ignoring? Now I get it. You're frustrated that I stole your boyfriend. I can't help it, can I? I'm always better than you. You should know that you can't beat me anyway. Loser. Emily, I'm sorry for the short notice. Can I come over there and stay the night now? Susan, what happened? Mary found out my address. Huh? Mary is your sister, right? As I recall, she's been following and harassing you. That's right. Even though she's my bio sister, I wanted to get away from her. I thought I got away from her when I changed my job and moved out a few years ago. Apparently, she found out where I live. Oh, yeah. And she says she got my boyfriend or something. Boyfriend? That's right. She doesn't believe me when I tell her I live alone. I don't know what's wrong with her. She tends to go off the rails when she gets emotional. Anyway, I have a feeling she's about to get me into trouble. I'm going to move out eventually. I'm going to pack up as soon as I can. I just need to evacuate for now. Okay, I've got a place for you to sleep. You can stay as many nights as you want. Thanks. Sorry for the short notice. We should help each other in times of need. And if you're having trouble with your sister, I'm always here for you. I really appreciate it. Oh, I just got a cab. I'm on my way. Have a safe trip.
You're so funny. You said you were going to move out quickly, but all you did was talk. I asked him about it, and he said you went to work as usual this morning. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to hang out with your boyfriend while you're away. At first, I was trying to harass my sister, but if he's this handsome, I'm going to steal him away from you. Hey, sis, how does it feel to have your boyfriend taken away from you by your sister? He seems to like me too. I'm going to get rid of you as soon as possible.
Mary? Where are you now?
Oh, hey, sis. I just called you on WhatsApp. I'm at your apartment. He says he prefers me to you. I guess that's true. I'm younger and more beautiful. He's going to break up with you now. So be prepared for that.
So, whose house are you at, and what are you doing there?
Huh?
I'll tell you again. I live alone.
You lie like that again?
I'm not lying. I've had boyfriends in the past, but now I'm completely single. Are you sure you're not mistaken?
Don't try to deflect me like that. Sis, when you get home from work, I want you to pack your bags quickly, because I'm going to live with him in this room.
Huh?
I'm telling you, don't bother him by saying you don't want to leave him. He says he can't live without me and he won't let me go. I understand your frustration, but please respect his wishes.
I'm not sure who this him is. Either way, I've decided to move out. I don't care where you are or what you're doing.
Oh well, I wonder how long that unintelligible lie and bluster will last.
Susan, is this a good time? Yes. I'm all settled with the move, so I'm fine. I checked up on your sister. Well, how did it go? No, it's pretty bad. Also, I found out about the guy who was mistaken for your boyfriend. Amazing. That's what I'd expect from a detective agency. So, I'd like to talk to you in person. Can we meet up somewhere soon? I'm okay with meeting you now. Well then, how about a private room at the bar behind the station? I don't think Mary will find us there. Okay. I'll meet you there in an hour, okay? Okay, I'll meet you there in an hour.
Sis, a lonely woman living alone dumped by her boyfriend. Are you having fun? I'm still in love with your boyfriend today. He's going to propose to me soon. I guess it's a sin to be beautiful. I'm sorry I became happy before you.
He is going to propose to you? That's great.
What? What are you still acting so tough, sis? Your boyfriend is going to propose to me.
Because he's not my boyfriend.
Okay. You can keep lying like that.
You know what? Did you think that you were just taking out your stress at work on me?
Huh?
I heard you got into a lot of trouble at work and got transferred to a new position. You've always been an evil person. I don't think you should take it out on your sister just because things didn't go well at work.
Hey! How did you know about that?
It's a secret. Well, you probably got into trouble at work for being selfish. That's just like you.
Shut up. I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, I see. I get it. Your live-in boyfriend dumped you and you went crazy.
This live-in boyfriend? Is his name Bob by any chance?
Yes,
Oh, I knew it.
I knew it. Why do you ask? Don't you at least remember your boyfriend's name?
Yes, I do. Except he's not my boyfriend. He's my ex-boyfriend.
Huh? Ex-boyfriend? What are you talking about? Sis, you're still dating Bob, right?
He's dating another woman now. Well, now that you took Bob away from her. The woman he was dating until recently would be more accurate.
What? I'm not sure what you mean.
Mary, you don't know anything.
Huh?
It's true that I lived with Bob in the past. But we were together for less than a year. We broke up 3 months ago and I moved out of his apartment.
Huh? But I saw you enter the apartment. I saw you with my own eyes.
That was about a month ago, right? I realized I left some of my things in his room. I went to the apartment to get them. Of course, I left as soon as I finished my business.
What's that? Wait a minute.
It seems you took Bob away from me because you thought he was my current boyfriend. It doesn't hurt me to have my ex-boyfriend taken away from me, and I have no more feelings for him.
Well then, that means I took him from a woman who is a total stranger to me.
Well, that's what it means.
Oh no, what should I do? It's gonna be a mess. Hey sis, what should I do? What if his girlfriend is scary? I'm afraid I'll get into trouble.
You don't have to worry about that.
What?
Do you know why I broke up with Bob quickly?
Huh? I don't know anything about that.
He gets obsessed with women.
What?
My first impression of him is that he's kind and handsome. He asked me out and we started going out. But when we moved in together, he was very possessive. Whenever I went out, he kept asking me where I went and with whom. He also interfered with my work, telling me what to do and what not to do. I couldn't take it anymore and we broke up within a year.
Is that so? He didn't look like that.
I guess there are things you don't understand until you live together for a while. And the girlfriend he's currently living with, it seems she's fed up with him. Even though she wanted to break up with him, he wouldn't let her go, and she was having a hard time. And then you appeared on the scene.
Wait.
I heard his girlfriend was happy. I don't understand what's so good about such a jealous and obsessive, jobless guy, but thank you for taking him in, she said.
Jobless?
Yep. Looks like he recently quit his job. Apparently, he's had the desire to be unemployed for a long time. He was barely a company worker when we were together. But after he got his current girlfriend, he finally became unemployed.
Seriously?
I mean, you didn't notice? Bob was at the apartment all day, right?
I never really thought about what kind of job he had.
Well, I guess you were just excited about the fact that you were able to steal my boyfriend anyway. Too bad he's my ex. But still, I'm really glad I left him as soon as I did. I hear she's ready to move out and disappear completely. She said she'll leave the rest to you.
Oh no. I didn't know Bob was such a guy. Why didn't you tell me?
Because you insisted he was my live-in boyfriend. I didn't think it was Bob, the ex-boyfriend I broke up with.
That's terrible. Sis, you set me up.
How could I have set you up? You misunderstood it and did it on your own.
But if I knew Bob was a jobless guy, I wouldn't have targeted him from the start.
Then you'll have to break up, won't you? Well, I don't think he will give you up so easily. Why don't you just accept his proposal and take care of him?
Oh no, I don't want to marry an unemployed, controlling man.
Oh dear, you're on a roll just now.
Oh, that's right. I just thought of a good idea. I'll give him back to you.
Huh?
His current girlfriend won't be coming back either, right? Then you should get back to him.
I don't want to. I mean, I already moved to another town. Bob and I are completely separated. There's no reason for me to go back now.
Don't say that, sis. Get back together. You were together for almost a year, right? Don't you still have some feelings for him?
I don't think so.
Oh God, that's the worst. Someone take in the controlling jobless guy.
That'll be impossible. If you want to break up with him, do something about it yourself.
I'm so frustrated. I'm the one who's losing out. You're not hurting at all.
Well, because you came after me. I had to move far away from here.
Oh, I see. So you're unemployed now? If you moved so far away, maybe you had to quit your job. Then that's good. A punishment for forcing me to take the controlling jobless guy. Ah.
Nah, I'm fine with that. That's totally fine.
Why? Are you spending so much time commuting to work?
I work from home.
Home?
It's a convenient time, isn't it? As long as you have a computer and internet access, you can work from anywhere in the country.
What? I thought you commuted to work.
I haven't commuted in the last few years. You said you had an affair while I was at work. I was like, what the hell is that?
Sis, where are you?
Why do you ask?
I'm going to barge in on you at your new house.
What are you going to do at my house?
I'll go after you this time.
Are you still saying like that?
Just hurry up and tell me.
Of course I'm not going to tell you. I mean, Mary, you don't have time to worry about me, do you?
What? Why?
Like I said before, you got into trouble in your old department and got transferred to this branch, right?
That's right.
You're meeting with Bob, whom you mistakenly looted in the middle of the day, right? That is, during working hours. I hope the company didn't find out.
Sis, I've been wondering, how did you know about Bob's girlfriend and my company?
My best friend works at a detective agency. When I talked to her about you, she was very kind and cooperated with me.
A detective agency?
I live alone, but you said you stole my live-in boyfriend. You said things that didn't make sense, right? So I got scared and asked her to do a background check on you. She told me that you've always had a bad work performance and that you've been skipping work and having an affair. That's how she found out.
That's not fair.
What?
I got caught by a strange man and almost got fired from my job. But you haven't been damaged at all.
I don't understand why I should be damaged. You brought this whole mess on yourself, didn't you?
Help me.
Huh?
Bob is your ex-boyfriend. You're responsible for taking care of him.
I told you it's none of my business anymore.
We're sisters, right?
Sisters? Who are you to talk like that?
Sis!
Of course I'm not going to answer it. I don't think we'll ever see each other again. I hope you'll be happy with the jobless guy you mistakenly took away from me.
Oh no! What should I do? Bob is staring at me. Sis, help me!
As expected, Mary quit the company. She had always been a habitual absentee without notice and had a terrible work attitude. The company found out that she had been skipping work to secretly meet with Bob. Finally, she was given a disciplinary dismissal. On the other hand, Bob, the jobless man who she mistakenly took away from me, is completely obsessed with her. Our parents have already disowned her, and she has nowhere to return to. Mary and Bob got married. She's now working several part-time jobs to pay the rent for the apartment and provide for him. I am working in the new place I moved to. My best friend Emily and I are as close as ever. We're talking about going on a trip during our next vacation.